but this drill's been working really, really well. It's been helping build a lot of trust, and initially he was turning around and snapping at my hands. So the goal with this drill is to help the dog become less sensitive towards physical touch. And the reason for that is it's going to make the dog a lot safer to be around the family, around the kids, and make his life a lot better. I'm just here with Chico. Chico is a GSP, a German Short-Haired Pointer. I think he may even be crossed with a Hungarian Vizsla. Chico has a bite history and has a wee bit of anxiety that we've got to work through. And what I've noticed with Chico is he's very, very sensitive to any kind of touch. When he gets touched, surprisingly, is when he turns around and snaps. I tend to find when he's excited or anxious, he tends to become more unpredictable again. So these are kind of different elements that you need to look at when you're dealing with a dog that has complex behaviors like this. So I'm going to do a little drill here with Chico. So the goal with this drill is to help the dog become less sensitive towards physical touch. And the reason for that is it's going to make the dog a lot safer to be around the family, around the kids, and make his life a lot better. So a lot of the time what he'll do is he'll stand in front of me, start whining, or he kind of loses focus. When he loses focus, I just give him a gentle touch, move away, yes, mark and reward. And then move back and reward him for coming towards me. Come on. Yes. So I'm going to recondition what that physical touch means. And what you're going to see is him go from this anxious state to a relaxed state over time. He's just processing. He kind of loses focus. I give him that nudge. I move back. Yes, and mark and reward. We have done quite a bit of work with him already, so he was quite sensitive initially, but this drill's been working really, really well. It's been helping build a lot of trust, and initially he was turning around and snapping at my hand. So we're doing very well. Yes. And you can see his tail perk up the second I move away from him. Yes. So he's becoming a lot more focused, offering me a bit different behavior. Yes. Bit uncertain of that noise over there. I'm going to re-angle myself. Yes. So there's a digger coming down the road, and you can see Chico gets a little bit distracted by it, and all I do is I'll just move towards him when he does, give him a gentle touch. When he refocuses, mark and reward. So I'm reconditioning affection, but I'm also building more focus in the dog. Losing focus, give him a touch. Yes. And you can see he's now offering a sit when I touch him. So before he was a bit jumpy and moving away. Now when I touch him, he's sitting down. Yes, and then I move away to help his brain move forward. So when he goes into that sit, you can see him put his paw up, he's a little bit uncertain still. Then I move away, it helps his brain move out of that uncertain state. So giving dogs space when they're uncertain helps them come forward, helps them build trust in you. Yes. Yes. Good. Good boy. Good boy. Good. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. So that's a really good drill you can practice. Anybody can practice at home with their dog, especially if you've got a sensitive dog that is uncertain of new people or uncertain when you touch him or does unpredictable reactions. A common one is unpredictable reactions off their bed. So I tend to find a lot of dogs that have these reactions where they're they're in the house and the owner might say to me, he's very unpredictable. He usually reacts when he's lying down and half asleep, kind of lounging in the house, and he has this random reaction. I tend to find a big cause of that is the dog's so sensitive that if he gets a fright, he feels like he needs to react. And this little drill tends to help massively with dogs like that. Yes.